do this one.
Give him a minute.
What, Mr. Floor Show? You do a check on the number.
Sierra Oscar 577.
Go ahead, Parry.
Good evening, sir.
What's up?
This is a private road, sir. The residents have called us. They think you're up to no good.
Oh.
So what are you doing?
Aerobics. What do you think we're doing?
Knock it off, Trace. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was private.
And your name is?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, have I?
Well, put it like this, sir. I enjoy outdoor pursuits myself, but there are some things it's wiser to do in the comfort of your own home, don't you think?
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Sierra 1 receiving.
Candy Wholesale Warehouse, Fairfield Industrial Estate. Suspects on. Informant a Mr. Plowright. Keyholder a Mr. Alan Durrant. On way.
Sierra 1 received. Steve, suspects on.
With you. I think that's enough for one night, don't you, sir?
Traffic's backed up down the Fairfield Road. There's a footy match turning out.
There's no other units in the area.
We'll be there in about 10 minutes or so. Take a left here.
Crying out loud.
arrived. I got a call 20 minutes ago.
Are you the key holder?
I've got a key, yeah.
Steve! Steve, ambulance!
Sierra Oscar from 363 receiving over.
Go ahead, Steve.
Read the call to the warehouse.
Oh, my
ambulance
God.
required.
Dad?
Have we got anything on the old man who was blagged? Evidently he was assaulted and subsequently had a heart attack, sir. He's not in a good state.
Who's down there now?
June, sir, with the soccer.
Good. Wasn't there a spate of warehouse break-ins a couple of years back, Donna?
Yes, sir. DS Gregg mentioned that. I looked into it. That team were nicked by Barton Street, and I think they're still out of circulation.
We'll check with the collator down there. Maybe the parole board have sent them back to Haunters.
Okay, sir.
If the old man pegs it, let me know straight away.
Yes, sir.
If this goes to murder, we throw it straight to Amit.
I'm Plowright's Fruit and Veg, up the road there. On my way home last night, I seen these two Herberts on the roof here. So, first call box I came to, I dialed 999.
And what time was that?
About 9:30.
And it took you lot 25 minutes to get here. I'm going to put in a complaint.
And then I give Charlie Durrant a ring and got through to Helen here.
Right, thank you.
Outrageous what they done to Charlie Harry's.
Not good. I was with him all last night down the hospital. He's, fair enough.
Give him my regards.
Yeah, cheers.
So, what's gone missing, Mr. Durrant?
They lifted 30 boxes of cigarettes.
To what value?
Oh, 20-odd thousand quid.
I take it you've got a security system here.
It's all alarmed, yeah. But the old man, he was working late down here last night and he hadn't switched it on.
So they went out through the front and closed the door behind them?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is anybody else working here besides you and your father?
Just Mickey. I don't work here. We've got another warehouse over in Canley Street. General hardware, that sort of thing. I'm supposed to be there right now.
Well, that's fine for the moment, Mr. Durrant. He's a bit of a larder with himself.
Well, his father is still on the critical list.
This job's showing all the signs of an amateur night out.
Yeah, certainly gave the old boy unnecessary stick.
Apparently it was some sort of heart attack he had. Well, he's been under a lot of... Oh, yes, thank you. Apparently he's been under a lot of strain lately, working all hours God sends and worrying himself to death about the business.
So how's he now, Mrs. Durrant?
Oh, he's a lot better. I thought he was a goner when I saw him last night.
Right, Chief Inspector. It's okay to see him now, but please don't make it long.
Thank you, Doctor.
I knew it was hopeless, all this work trying to save the business, but he wouldn't listen. You couldn't speak to him, could you, Inspector? Oh, just tell him to let it go. I just want him alive with me and the family.
Lordy, Annie. उस आदमी ने क्या मैंने ऑफर दे मैं उन्हें डील बना ली चोरी तो मांग दे तो ऑफर कितना मांग सकता थी Mr. Prasad, Mr. Smollett, thank you for coming. तो सब पुलिस ने बुलाया और चुप कर रहे हैं ऐसी मुसीबत में बैठेंगे मुसीबत तेरे खानदान तो
Hang on now, calm down. What is going on?
This morning this man rings the shop Manjula answers phone इस बंदे ने उदास बंदे ना की गल होई सी चल
Well, this guy says he has some cheap cigarettes for sale. I asked him how much they are. He offers to deliver me 4 boxes this afternoon. I said yes.
Did he give you any idea how he came by these cheap cigarettes?
Yeah, right. They were off a Christmas tree.
Meaning they were stolen, yes?
Yeah, I suppose so.
As soon as Manjula told me I rang you, Mr. Smollett. I will not have stolen things in my shop.
Yes.
Never.
Yes.
You know it, Mr. Smollett.
Yes, I know, Mr. Prasad, I know. And I'm very glad you came forward like this. Now, did he give you a time when he could bring these cigarettes round?
Well, 3 o'clock-ish.
तू साड़ी इज्जत मिट्टी विच मिला देती है शर्म नहीं आंदी
ऐसा सारे कहते ने मैं मदद करने की कोशिश की थी तो मैं ही मुसीबत में पड़ गया हैं
मुसीबत तू अपने आप ले आंदी
Hey, now calm down, please, Mr. Prasad.
He has brought shame upon us.
I did it to keep us afloat.
Look, your dad did the right thing calling us in, Manjula. Honesty is the best policy in the long run.
Oh, thanks. And when this business goes down to Swanee, like half the others have around here, I'll remember that, Mr. Smollett.
Oh, Manjula!
I heard noises. I picked up the crowbar off the shelf. I was walking out of the office, and there they were. 2 of them.
What did they look like?
One was a tall chap. They had stockings over their faces, you know, nylon stockings.
What about the other one?
I can't remember. I told them they weren't going to rob me. And the tall one started bawling and shouting, so I swung at him.
With a crowbar?
Yeah. And then he come at me and I've got a dodgy ticker.
You better get the doctor.
Philip. I've just had the editor of the Gazette on the phone.
Got his quills up again, has he, sir?
Well, he's not exactly pro-police. He's been banging on about our poor response time over the past few weeks.
Yes, I had a memo from area with the clippings.
Well, apparently there was a burglary last night. An old man was assaulted, suffered a heart attack. His son's very upset. He thinks our response was less than efficient.
So who are we talking about?
Well, it's the area car, late turn.
Loxton and Stringer. I'll have a word with them when they come in.
Yes, if you would. I mean, it's not an official complaint yet, but we need to keep our backs covered.
Sir.
Oh, sir. There's been a development. 4 cartons of Iffy smokes on offer.
Where's this from?
Ron Smollett came up with it. Looks solid. A packy shop on his ground.
Could be our breakers trying to out the goods as soon as they can.
Worth a look.
Right, we'll set up an oboe down there, see if anything shows. And I'll organise some marked money. Is Ellison not here?
He's in court, sir.
Well, we better have you in on this then, Ted. All those cheap fags flying around. Be right up your chimney.
Yeah, anyway, Resident Rooster he was. One night he had this...
Can I see you two in my office? Let's say about 2 o'clock sharp.
Yes, sir. May I ask what it's in connection with, sir?
Just a quiet chat.
Where's Carver?
He's parked up round the corner, sir.
Good.
Now, all the notes are marked, yeah?
Yes, I see. Thank you.
Now, when the cigarettes are delivered, you make sure you check them before handing over any money.
Yes.
Now, I want you to insist you don't want to end up with a box stuffed with all newspapers.
I understand.
All right, now, I'll be in the bank watching. You just hand over the money and you leave the rest to us.
Yes.
Are you sure you can handle this, Mr. Prasad? If you can't, just sign here.
No, I will do this.
All right, you come along with me, sir. DCI Meadows from Roach.
Go ahead, Ted.
We're all set inside, sir.
Didn't exactly break the record getting to this burglary, did we?
We hit heavy traffic, sir. Football was turning out.
Fair enough. Where were you when you received the call?
We were dealing with a couple of lovers, sir, parked up in a private road.
Can I ask, sir, have we had an official complaint?
No, but there's a possibility, Stringer. The boss has asked me to make sure we're all buttoned up on this one.
Right, sir.
You know, when I was at Barton Street, we had a comedian there named Ted Valner. Know him?
No, sir.
Always managed to be back at the station 20 minutes before clocking off time. 10 on the dot, out the traps, straight into the boozer next door.
Sonhill has shift turnaround procedures, sir. They give constant cover and have been agreed...
Whoa. No need to come to Fed rep routine with me, Barry. I'm sure nothing like that goes on at Sandhill.
You can be absolutely sure, sir.
Good. Because if I thought area car crews weren't taking their duties seriously, I'd have them back pounding the pavements. Hmm?
If they show, we're going to nick them on the plot, sir.
Well, we'll see. But there's no point in recovering 4 boxes of fags. And they'll swear blind they found them under a mulberry bush. And that'll be our lot.
Gov, white Sluicen van looks a prospect.
It looks like our party. Sit tight.
Okay.
Ted, we're on. Leather jacket, IC1.
Should be with you any moment.
Understood.
I brought the goods you ordered.
Sorry?
You wanted 4 boxes of fags. Cash in hand.
Ah, yes. Let me look, please.
Look, I haven't got all day, Grandad, if you're not interested.
I've got the money here. Show me.
He'll be out in a minute. Me and June will be on his tail. Now you pick up Ted and follow as planned.
Right, Gov.
That went sweetly.
So far. Don't lose them, June. They got the job's money in their sticky little hands.
They're in position, sir.
Give it 20 seconds, Ted, and then go. All right, June. DCI Meadows, Sunhill. Are you Mr...
Hanson, John Hanson, Ian Clark.
Right, you were observed delivering goods to the corner store on Galata Street.
Well, must have been somebody else, mate.
So you didn't supply Mr. Prasad with 4 boxes of hooky cigarettes?
What? No, we do general hardware. You got the wrong van.
And you got a brown envelope in your pocket stuffed full of marked money. Or have I got that wrong too?
Kate!
Yeah, we got it. Come on. Hey, what's all this?
Well. We meet again, Mr. Durrant.
What's going on?
I'm just about to arrest these 2 men on suspicion of the burglary at your other warehouse.
No, there must be some mistake.
Well, there's certainly something wrong somewhere. Perhaps you can help me sort it out.
John. I need a solicitor, love. Is Mr. Swelton there, please?
Isn't it Hanson and Clark worked for you, Mr. Durrant?
Oh, well, there's no reason, really. They're based here. As I said, my father runs a sweet and tobacco warehouse with young Mickey.
So Hanson and Clark never go there?
No. Well, occasionally, yeah. Maybe if there's a big delivery expected once in 6 months.
So they'd be familiar with the layout and the alarm system?
Yeah, could be. Well, they must be, I guess. That's how they done it, I suppose.
Did you see Hanson and Clark last night?
They loaded up the last lot about 4 o'clock. I shut up shop and went home.
And when did you see them this morning?
Hanson come in about 8 with a van. He often keeps it overnight if he's been delivering late.
Was the van empty when he brought it in?
Yeah. They loaded up the morning deliveries, went out about 9:15. Look, I can't believe that they'd do something like this, really. You know, they've worked with the family for years. Excuse me, will you? I've got to get back down the hospital.
There's no sign of any more cigarettes, sir.
Mr. Durrance?
Yeah.
Are you sure you know nothing about this burglary?
You think I'd do something like that? To my own father?
I'm asking the questions, Mr. Durrance.
No. I know nothing about it.
I've said. Me and Clarkie were playing cards all last night with my old lady and her brother.
I think my client's whereabouts at the time of this burglary are clearly established, Sergeant.
So how come you're observed selling cigarettes which were stolen in that burglary to a shop in Galata Street this afternoon?
Me and Clarkie went for a drink in the Nirvana Club about midnight last night. We meets this bloke there.
I don't suppose you know his name?
I don't know, I've never met him before. Anyhow, he's seen I had the van parked outside and he makes me a proposition.
And what was that?
He had these 4 boxes of fags in the back of his motor. He wanted 100 quid apiece for them.
And you just happened to have £400 in your pocket?
You're joking, it's an evil world, Sergeant. No, we went back to my place and I bought them off him there.
I put it to you, Mr. Hanson, that what you've just told us is entirely fictional and would insult the intelligence of a 5-year-old.
What, you mean you don't believe me?
All right. If you were so innocent, why did you resist arrest?
My client told me he didn't realise you were police officers. He thought you were intruders and sought to defend himself against an anticipated assault.
The younger one, Clark's, not known to us, sir. But Hanson's got previous. Drunken, disorderly, threatening behaviour.
Yeah, it looks like the sort who could start a fight in an empty pub.
Not the brightest of bulbs.
Well, he's bright enough to work out a cover story for himself. Thanks, Donna.
Swelter's fed him with that old flannel.
Well, with what we've got at the moment, we'll be lucky enough to do him for receiving.
Well, we did see him flogging the cigarettes and he had the marked money in his hand.
Yeah, I bought the cigarettes in good faith off a bloke I met in a nightclub.
Do you think anybody's really going to believe that?
Well, the jury might. I tell you what, have a go at Clark. He's had time to sweat now. Maybe we can put some lead on the target there.
Right. Oh.
Excuse me, sir. This came through to the CAD room.
Hang on, June. New developments.
Well, that ups the stakes a bit.
Do you think we can start? I've got a client waiting at Barton Street. Ah, good afternoon, Chief Inspector.
I'm afraid there's been a change of plan. I won't be interviewing your client.
So, you're dropping the burglary allegation, I take it?
Let's just say the goalposts have been moved. The old gentleman, Charles Durrant, died at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The area major incident team will now be taking over the investigation. So we're now talking murder, Mr. Clark.
No,
Oh, yes. And with a little bit of help from your friend, Mr. Swelton here, you could soon be gripping the rails at the Old Bailey over this.
It's the police, Helen.
Right. We've already met. This is DS Roach.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
I'm afraid this concerns you too, Mrs. Durrant. You take a seat. I'm sorry to have to tell you that your husband passed away at St. Hugh's Hospital this afternoon.
No. No. Charlie? Oh, Helen. Helen.
Amick will be here in about an hour, so if you could organise the incident room.
Any chance of me sticking with this, sir, on attachment?
Well, I think you've got enough on your plate already, Ted.
Message from Mr. Swelton, sir. He'd like a word with you downstairs.
What did he want?
He wouldn't say.
Maybe Clark wants to cough.
Maybe.
Well, do we steam in or wait for Amick?
Well, if he does want to talk, let's not give him a chance to change his mind. Mr. Swelton.
Mr. Clark has asked me to tell you that he wishes to speak with you about events last night at Durrant's warehouse on the Fairfield estate.
He's going to put his hands up, is he?
I think you should ask him that. I'm afraid I have to leave, Chief Inspector.
Well, we want to interview your client now.
As of this moment, I no longer represent either Mr. Clark or Mr. Hanson.
Bodes well. Swelton off the sinking ship.
All right, John.
Right, let's have you. I want to talk to the top man.
I understand you want to make a statement.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, you better come with us to the interview room.
I don't want none of that. We did it. We done a break-in.
Keep it for the tape recorder.
We were inside, see, and Darren
Keep
come out...
it. All right, go on.
If I tell you everything, would that give me some help here?
Might.
It weren't Hanson put this together. We had a key, right? We only smashed a skylight to make it look good. It was Alan Durrant who put us into this, old Charlie's son.
Are you prepared to make a statement confirming what you just said, Mr. Clark?
Yeah, Durrant said the place would be empty, but his old man was there, wasn't he, doing his books? I never touched him. Hanson did for him, I swear.
Just showing off watch for some refs, sir.
Didn't think you were sneaking in for the early bath, Loxton.
No, sir.
Carry on.
He's having another go, isn't he?
No, he's just having a joke.
He doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Forget it, Barry. He was just beating his chest this afternoon. He's the new big boss. He just wants you to know about it.
He's only picking on us because I'm Federation rep. If he thinks he can climb all over me, he's got another thing coming.
He'll sort him out, Bazza. You're the best barrack room lawyer in the business.
It's the police again, Mum.
Is there somewhere else we could talk, Mr. Durrant?
No, I want to hear. Have you caught them yet?
Well, we've reason to believe that we've identified the men who made the assault on your husband, yeah.
It was Hanson and Clark then.
I think you already know the answer to that, Mr. Durrant.
What?
I'd like you to accompany us down to the station to help us with our inquiries.
I've already told you everything I know.
I'm afraid if you're not prepared to cooperate, I'm going to have to arrest you.
Arrest Alan? Why? And what's going on?
The business. It was going bankrupt, but Dad, he wouldn't listen.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
It was an insurance fiddle. Dad wasn't supposed to be there. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
The car's outside, Mr. Durrant.
It all went wrong. He wasn't supposed to be there. Mum, believe me. I wouldn't have seen him hurt. Not for anything.
Come on.
Save it for the judge, Mr. Durrant. I'm sure he'll be very sympathetic.